Welcome to Ageless Blissings Radio with host Brenda Pearce. Stay tuned for great conversations with authors, healers, and leaders in the personal transformation realm. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. Remember that the comments and commentary are that of the participants and not reflective of the Sacred Embers Network, and are not meant to diagnose or treat any medical issues. Now let's get on with the show.
Hi, and welcome to Ageless Blissings TV. I'm Brenda Pearce, the empowered nurse here to triage body, mind, and spirit with my fabulous guest tonight, Abby Rohrer. So Abby is a master healer, karma, and anxiety expert with her own healing technology and is a certified big business money business coach. She works with business owners and entrepreneurs to free them from money, sales, and success karma blocks and fears, and teaches people worldwide how to self-heal their karma and anxiety so they can achieve their dreams and thrive in business and in life. And I'm excited to have Abby with me tonight because we're going to do some other kinds of clearings and help to relieve a lot of blocks. So join us and for this next hour. And I hope that you get exactly out of this hour, because if you're here for the right reason at the right time. And I'm excited for us to explore and discover what Abby's going to share with us tonight. So welcome to Ageless Blissings TV, Abby.
Thanks so much, Brenda. I'm really thrilled to be here.
Oh, it's fabulous. I'd love to hear from you a little bit about your story and your journey on how you even got to this part of your life where you're sharing this karmic clearing and all this exciting stuff and helping humanity in such a beautiful way.
Thanks. I started an online business in a different niche in 2004, and my business took off immediately. I had written an ebook to help women around the world with a compulsive behavior, and it just, in those days, business on the internet was easier, and it just took off. And at that point, I started to be confronted with a lot of my own fears and challenges about business. So I was supporting my audience, and, it was incredible. And at the same time, I was also facing those business challenges that come up when you send emails. And I was, as many people who were loving my stuff, I was also getting, a small handful of challenging emails. And those really derailed me. They just really hurt me. And I was on a healing path at the time. All my work has always come through my own healing path. And so I was able to grow my business to a certain point, over $100,000, within a fairly short period of time. And at that point, my business stalled out. And I had the ability at the time to self-heal a lot of things, not with energy healing, but with other techniques I had experienced a transformational healing journey that had taught me a lot about healing, and I was teaching based on that at that time, based on that information and the journey I had gone through. And I was asking Spirit for better and faster ways to help myself and to help my clients and students around the world. And I had a worldwide audience at that point. And so over a period of time, I would say in about 2009, I was intuitively shown how to do these kinds of healings. And it really shocked me because it was something I wasn't expecting. I was looking for better, faster ways, but it never occurred to me that I would become an energy healer.
Yeah. I know it can be shocking, right, when the door opens and the answer to your prayer is exactly what you weren't expecting, right?
That's right. And that's often the case, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know what I had. What I knew at that time was that it was powerful, and the healing that I experienced myself when I first used it was quite dramatic and amazing. And so I began to ask my clients who were at that point, we didn't have Zoom, or we didn't have Be Live TV. So we were meeting on, over the phone and over Skype. And I asked my students and clients if they'd like to experience the healings. I didn't really know what I had. And I found out immediately that they worked really well over distance. And so that was incredible. And then over time, I was taken through an inner apprentice program that taught me how to use the healings for various things. And a big chunk of what I learned was how to clear out childhood issues, and then a big chunk of how to clear out karma, and kind of a different definition of what karma is, a different definition than I had been familiar with before. I also learned how to heal anxiety and literally drain it out of the nervous system. Wow. And then I learned how to heal some, pretty intense traumas and clear toward goals. So that's how this work came to me.
Well, it's fabulous because, once you start working with energy, energy knows no distance or time. And it is, just as quick and speedy, and can have these great breakthroughs in a very, very short time, which you've experienced and for yourself and for your clients. But also the other thing is too that as a nurse, I've come to understand that energy works on the cell level, and all health and wellness and well-being is at the cell level. So, if you can get down to the root of things, that you can make some pretty amazing breakthroughs, and they're life-sustaining if the person really is ready for that to happen. If the person who's doing or being cleared of their issues is not ready, then the results can be maybe short-acting or whatever. But in your work, what was your experience? Did you see people who were able to be healed and cleared of these issues? Did anybody fall back into the trap again of those repetitive patterns?
Sure. So my experience is that when something actually there are many layers, and when something actually gets cleared down to the very source of it fully, my experience is that those clearings really last. I think the challenge comes into play a lot of times if something isn't cleared all the way, then the next layer rises to the surface to be cleared. That's my experience. But also, there are times when, in my work, the person unconsciously might invite the problem back. Or on a soul level, there's a piece that doesn't want to let go of things like shame and guilt and other things like that.
Yeah, well, it's true, because in life, even without the healings and clearings, how many times do people say, I want a different outcome? And then it seems to invite everything that could block them into that picture and to try to derail them. So, we do that on a subconscious level, don't we? We sabotage ourselves and we can, because we aren't either ready to clear, or, like you say, another issue will rise to the top and have kind of a thread to it, or whatever it is. But but if the student is ready to really let go and really release and really embrace a new way of being, then you have this clear path of clearing, and I think it's fabulous that you've been able to find this for yourself and to make this happen for yourself and for those that you work with, because it sounds like it's such a broad array of transformations that can happen, right?
Yeah, it's really true.
So, if you wouldn't mind sharing maybe a story or two about transformation that you were able to facilitate for somebody else, that would be fabulous.
Sure. So on a business level, my clients have an array of challenges sometimes, or just goals they really want to achieve, but they haven't been able to get there. Mm-hmm. But I'd love to share a transformation that I experienced, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it.
Okay, great. So one of my struggles, and I had pretty intense anxiety a lot of my life. And one of my struggles was that, especially in business, that I would feel as if my power center would just drop away when I would go into a sales conversation or do an interview like this. And it took me a while to get to the core of that. But when I did, that energy came back. My power center returned and solid and didn't drop out again. So that was happening consistently. I would, as I try to move my business forward, literally I would feel as if my power would just dissolve. And it was the most painful thing. And it's come back so solid, and it's been an incredible thing. I think the thing that I'd really love to share so much is how so much of this affects us in our bodies. We don't necessarily realize how much this kind of thing is bleeding into our comfort level when we are trying to move our lives forward, our relationships forward. It's really, I focus very much on the body. And I know a lot of people focus on the mind and the mindset, and obviously that's really crucial. But I find that all of this, it's not all coming from our minds. That up to 80% of this, I have found, is bleeding into our present day lives and our nervous systems through our bodies, into our bodies. And the energies are being trapped there. And once those energies are clear, the mind automatically clears. It's the most incredible thing. So you don't have to will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have to willpower your way through. Once something is cleared, it's automatic. Your will is just returned to you.
Isn't that absolutely a gift? Oh my goodness, Yeah, so many of us struggle and think that we're, the way we are, the way things are, that's the way it is, kind of that matrix thinking. But, when you can have this clearing happen, oh my goodness, what a gift it is. It's like Christmas and birthdays and everything else in between all at once, right?
Right.
Oh, wow, that's fabulous and so good for you. I mean, to go from where you were and to have this release happen in your life. And the thing is, I'd love to hear what your take is on karma. Everybody has this dharma karma thing going on, and I'd love to hear what your take is.
Well, what I came to understand about karma is that karma are energies that are trapped at the soul level. And they're energies like shame and guilt and grief and anger, and also trauma that we have experienced at any moment before now. And also ways in which we hold our past errors against us. So maybe we view them as transgressions or whatever, but we hang on to guilt and shame about them. And a lot of times on the soul level, a lot of times people they unconsciously don't want to let go of them. And that's a lot of the stuff that keeps us trapped.
Oh, yeah, because, basically, even though we don't like guilt and shame and all this fear and everything else, it becomes a comfort zone, doesn't it, for many of us? And we define our life by our comfort zone. And even if it's uncomfortable, it becomes our comfort because we think that it's ingrained and there's no release. But it's really good to know that, that there is a new day. It doesn't matter if you're 9 years old, 90 years old, there's a new day to be had if you release this and facilitating it. We get so stuck in it that, we don't know our own stuff, we're so stuck with it. And to have somebody who can facilitate that change is absolutely a gift. So thank you for what you do. It's really amazing.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, there are some people here who are in the chat and they're saying hello to us. Amy, thank you for stopping by, and Ellen and Deborah. I know Grace has been there as well. And, I thank you all for being with us tonight, and you're here in the right place at the right time to get the right message. And we're going to be doing some amazing work. So, Amy, Abby, I know that before the show, we had discussed earlier that you were going to let Spirit infuse you with the clearings that we were going to do tonight. And I'd love for you to share a little bit about that and tell us what that experience was like for you today.
So a couple days ago, I went into the place that I go to ask for the healings that would be appropriate for your audience. And it's really just a few moments of silence that I go into, and I'm shown exactly what wants to be cleared, for the people who will be on the call and the audience who's listening in after the fact. And so I was given some really interesting clearings that a lot of them have to do with success.
Oh.
And I will, the first one has to do with being able to share the right information that leads the person to find success. And and I was also given clearings for so many people say they want success, but we often have a lot of fear come up around that too. And so I have clearings for the tendency to run away from success. So that's pretty interesting, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's the fear of the unknown. I think oftentimes people will experience, they want something so bad that they actually push it away or push themselves away from it. It's almost like a hand hit by a hot burner, right? You feel, once you feel the heat, you can get as close as you can. Once you feel the heat, it's like, and run away. So this is perfect. Yeah, absolutely awesome. So I think that this is a wonderful opportunity for us, because I know there are some entrepreneurs online here with us tonight, and I've worked with some of them in different perspectives, and yes, I am so happy that Spirit spoke up and brought these messages to you tonight, so graciously. So Abby, when we talk about doing some clearings and actually making these happen tonight, the energy of the message of the karmic clearing is actually going to be embedded in this, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So people can watch now and watch in the future. We're going to be posting this all over. And so we'll be, more and more people will be able to benefit from this. And that is truly energy medicine, I tell you. When we can help people in such an amazing way using this technology that oftentimes overwhelms us and confuses us, and yet is a real blessing, isn't it?
It is. And when something's cleared energetically, it's amazing how life here and now just shifts. And one of those, I just want to mention that one of those things that happens so often is that when something is cleared, it ends up as if that problem, whatever it was, is like a distant dream. You remember you had it, but it's almost like you can't remember it at all. The problem's just dissolved. So if anybody on the call has that experience, you'll know why.
Yeah, and let us know, respond to us in the chat box if you experience something during the show. If not, you can send me a message, and I'll make sure Abby gets it as well and knows what the outcomes are, because we really want 2019 to be a year of clearing and healing and transformation and to feel ageless. You know, we should not be feeling like a heavy weighted meat suit. We should feel light and airy and free to express ourselves in beautiful ways and to really embrace the life that we deserve. Because, you know, there's no getting out of this life alive. So we might as well enjoy the journey while we can, right?
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
so for preparation for the clearing, so we're going to do the clearings and experience the clearings through Abby and divine source, of course, you know, and being grateful and thankful. But is there any prep work for the audience to do before these clearings happen?
No real prep work. I would just suggest that you try to be in a quiet space if possible and to not be multitasking and distract. So just stay open. There's really nothing to be done except receive.
That's wonderful. And after the fact, do you ever have people have like a healing crisis or any such nonsense that nobody deserves to have?
Not on clearings like this. You know, sometimes when I'm clearing really deep trauma, and a lot of it, healing crisis can occasionally happen, but not on anything like we're doing tonight.
Very good. Yeah, because most people really want to let go of the fear safety belt, right? We really want to soar, and so this is fun. This is going to be a fabulous experience. So Abby, I will let you do the clearing and the first clearing, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, great. So do you want me to do just one or two right now?
If you can do, if you want to, you know how you do it best, so you do it. You take the lead.
I'll go ahead and do two, and they're really fast, silent clearings. So let's get started. Okay? Yeah. All right, great. The first one again is for sharing just the right information that can lead to success. Okay? Let me just ask everyone to just take a couple of regular breaths, and we'll let the energy of the first clearing settle. And then I will, right now, move on to our second group of clearings. So this is clearing away any tendency that anyone has about running away from success. And here we go. And just take a few more breaths and let's let the energy settle for just a minute.
Oh my gosh, that was absolutely, it felt like a nice warm blanket going right over my shoulders. You know, it was like, and I could feel it in my heart chakra. That was really, really awesome, you know? And I see some people's reactions are like Camille is saying, oh my gosh. So I can't wait to hear what the oh my gosh means, you know, like so don't be afraid to share with us what your experience has been, because feedback is awesome, and we want to really kick fear in the butt and really move it on. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Feels really, really, really nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Everyone's experiences are unique to them and unique to what they need in the moment. It's and some people don't feel anything, and the healings still work. But sometimes people don't have a direct experience as I'm doing them. So it's cool to know that you did. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I look forward to seeing what's going to happen later tonight. Like when I actually go to sleep, and you get all these wonderful dreams, or you go to different places, and I can't wait. That's going to be kind of a beautiful trip, that's for sure. So Deborah's saying that she got a hot flash. Oh, wow. You got zapped. Good. And Grace said, she said, so did I. So Grace is saying she got that. And some great reactions coming back. There's nothing like this energetic booster cable that we get to experience through your work, Abby.
That's great. I've never heard it put that way before, but yeah. The energy is definitely moving.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Amy says, this is new for me. I felt a warm heat and at the mid part of her forehead. And Camille also said she got a bolt of energy, and so people are getting that zap. So this is great.
That's great. I never know. It's so, as I said, it's so unique to each person.
Well, that's what makes it so fun, right? You know that everybody's getting it, but how they're getting it is really, really unique for sure. So
yeah,
they're all saying they're getting that zap. So hey, hang on, guys. Keep your feet on the ground, okay? So let's stay grounded so that we, really let the zap go through us and ground to the earth. And so that's also important, and also to drink lots of water after. That's what I always tell people to do. Abby, I'm sure that good hydration is also important, isn't it?
It is. It's important, and it keeps you grounded. And
yeah. So Amy's asking, what do the different areas of heat mean? So,
to be honest, I don't know. I would guess they would have something to do with the chakras that are associated with the areas that you felt the heat. So where did you feel the heat? Is she able to tell me that?
I don't know. Amy, can you type in where did you feel the heat? And we'll be able to see, because if you know anything about the chakras, especially, I think, Amy, this is new to you, all this energy work. So it's really, really fascinating to get somebody who's not used to this kind of work to express what they've been feeling, and oftentimes, like I say, it was in my heart chakra. I got it. So, there's some healing there that had to go on in my heart chakra, and to move some energy and just to, just stop that block, because sometimes energy gets blocked from the mid forehead, Amy says. So that's interesting.
So that's your third eye, right? So it could be that what's happening for you is that more intuition will come in for you. May open your intuition some more.
Yeah, Deborah's saying the brow chakra as well. So so this is really cool. Yeah, so moving on. Amy says thank you. So we're very appreciative of the energy work tonight. So this is great. So moving on, and Abby, what else is up your sleeve tonight?
Okay. So I have something that I think is pretty awesome for the next healings. Should we move on to the next group? Or
I think so. Anybody else have any comments and questions or anything about the first healing? Are y'all ready to rock and roll? And I think they are. Let's see what's happening next here.
Okay. So So the next group of healings that I was given for all of you have to do with healing and clearing out the need to please other people. So you know that way in which we're often compelled to just please other people. And so we have a hard time sometimes following our intuition and really going with what's best for us. And because we're so worried that we might upset someone else, someone that we love, or, or it might separate us in some way. People worry about that a lot. But that kind of thing, the need to please other people and really be rooted to that, it can really block success. So Spirit gave me a number of healings for this particular issue, and I'd love to do them now if that works for you.
Absolutely. I know that women in particular are pleasers, and we're nurturers, and we, are the glue, the sticky glue that holds everything together oftentimes in our families and our jobs. And especially if you're working with other women too, it's everybody's kind of walking on eggshells around each other, trying to, do the politically correct thing,
right.
And not getting down to the target of what has to be done. So I really appreciate this, and thank you, Spirit, for sending this down to us today. That's for sure. So take it away, Abby.
Okay, so this one's going to take a little bit longer. There are a few more healings associated with it, and here we go. Take a few breaths. I'm going to keep going, but I just want us to give a little pause here and let the energy settle for a second before I continue. Okay. And take a few more breaths, and we'll keep going with a few more healings. And take a few more breaths. And that completes all of the healings for that feeling of needing so much to please other people that stops us from moving our own successes forward and our own businesses forward.
Oh, wow. What fun is that? Oh my goodness. Yeah. I was getting it this time down in the ribcage area. So yeah, a different chakra again, a different color kept coming up. Yellow definitely came up as a color for me during that. So that is definitely a great relief, because, we hold so much in that breadbasket area, don't we? We really do when it comes to, really that nurturance and protecting other people, I think, and yet who are we supposed to be protecting is ourselves, right? And it's not selfish to do that.
Right.
So,
and it limits it, that's your power chakra area, right?
mm-hmm.
And being so concerned about taking care of other people, at some point, that really limits our ability, as you said, to take care of ourselves, and it limits our power.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's not surprising that you would feel it in that area.
Yeah. And Amy's saying I got it straight in the chest, really deep.
Wow.
So, yeah. This is great. Deborah's saying the solar plexus yellow. I do our power center. So yeah, again, another power center move here to clear that area. Excellent. And so thank you. And anybody else want to share, just feel free to let us know what your reaction is. And, and we'll give that feedback to Abby. And that is absolutely awesome. Thank you. That is great. I love that. That power center is now going to be energized and look out, right?
Yeah.
So, good.
Yeah. So you should be able to move just forward more freely and, toward your dreams, toward what you hope to achieve, toward your goals.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. So does anybody have any questions? You can put those in if you want to ask Abby a question. By all means, write in and we'll share those and we'll discuss those as well. And I do know that this is the whole thing is it's important. Deborah's saying here, frame drumming, sound therapy, too cleared my solar plexus 11 years ago. I too saw yellow then, just like you. Like me. So thank you, Deborah. Again, frame drumming, using the intelligence of our native population and in terms of their wisdom and their sound healing. Again, sound is a vibration of energy and definitely very powerful. It's incredible how the convergence of all these techniques are happening right now at this time. Yeah,
it's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much healing technology, and we easily have the ability to learn to heal ourselves. And there are simple ways to do that, and there are also more complex ways to do that, but everybody has that ability or can be given that ability.
Well, and this is the thing, as an RN, 35 years ago, I remember standing in the nurse's station saluting when the doctor came in and as if, all healing comes from him. And it took me a long time to, 17 years ago was when I had my first Reiki experience. And it was really a mind-blowing trip to realize that we have the power, and not to give all of our power away. There are times when you have to. I mean, if I am in a car accident, please bring on the medical team. But the thing is, though, we have this incredible gift. We are all connected energetically. We're all connected to source, and the gifts of that abundance of being able to help ourselves in many situations is truly liberating, isn't it?
It's the most incredible thing to be able to heal yourself. And I want to do everything I can to promote people learning to heal themselves and to open up to healing yourself, because we have so much power to do that. Mm-hmm. We just have incredible power to do that. I mean, even in cases where you think, or one might think the situation is completely dire, we do have so many incredible healing abilities, and it would be such a waste not to use them. I just think it's the most incredible thing in it, and to really consciously evolve yourself and and heal yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. It's an incredible gift to have.
Yeah, it is. It is. But, the simplicity of it, though, too, is just a touch. Even with the energy medicine and the energy healing ability, once you understand it and you can master it, it's incredible. But so many of us, how many times did we pick up the telephone to call somebody, dialed a number, it never rang, and somebody that you intended to talk to was actually on the other end? So that proves to me in many instances, if it's happened to other people, that we are so energetically connected with our thoughts. But the power of a touch, the hug, a kiss, just intending that we're sending prayer to somebody, that's energy as well. It doesn't sound hooey, but prayer is very sacred, and it is that energetic spiritual connection, and we can do so much. So those are just little examples of the immense abilities that we have. And yeah, we all have that.
Yeah.
So it's such a gift. And to spend time in communion like we are right now and sharing these gifts amongst ourselves is a beautiful thing, Abby. It really is. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. I love to heal, so thanks for the opportunity. Awesome.
Yeah. And so Deborah's saying, with loving intention, we can heal someone else. That's true. And Amy's saying, we all have healing hands. Yes, we do. And thank you guys, for all of you, for acknowledging that and in each other and from each other as well. So there's just immense healing on all levels that is happening here tonight. And, and this is just such a wonderful, wonderful time to spend with you, Abby. So I'd love for you to share with the audience how people can get a hold of you and what it is that you have to offer to the audience.
Sure. People can get a hold of me through my website. It's abbyrohrer.com. And then are you going to put that in the show notes, or shall I spell it? Or...
Yeah, you can go ahead and spell it, but I'm gonna grab a pen and I'm gonna write it down.
Okay, great. So there's a tab on my website that says contact, and you can just click there, and a form will open up for you if you'd like to reach me. It's abbyrohrer.com. That's ABBYROHRER.com.
Mm-hmm. And click the contact tab. There we go. So make sure, people, that folks, if you've gotten some benefit from this session tonight, by all means, go visit Abby Rohrer's website and avail yourself to learn more about Abby and this incredible gift of clearing money karma, which is your program that you've created this, but it does so much more, right?
Right. Yes. And I also have a money karma quiz that I'd love to share with our listeners, if that's okay. So just go to moneykarmaquiz.com, and you can take the quiz and find out if money karma is affecting you and limiting your income and your revenue in your business.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I did it.
Did you?
Yes, I did. And yes, and you do get a speedy turnaround and get some answers, right?
Yeah.
And it's really incredible. It's worth taking the time to do, and it's self-learning about yourself too. Sometimes different questions from different sources really get you thinking in different new and unique ways.
Yeah, so you'll get a really fast, fast answer about whether money karma is limiting you, and also you get a little report about karma and about how all this money karma stuff works.
Yeah, exactly. We just sometimes the programming in the background just needs a kick to the curb. Yes. So, Abby, it's we've got a few minutes left, and I just wondered if you have anything else you'd like to share with the group.
I do. I have 2 more healings I'd love to do, if we have time. Do we still have some time?
We do.
Okay, great. All right. So I have some healings about letting yourself shine. And I also have a special last one. So let me do the first one first, and then I'll tell you about the last one. Okay?
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, here we go. Take a few breaths, everyone. Those were the healings for letting yourself shine. And now we're going to go into healing around if you've ever heard somebody say that what you're doing is not good or not good enough. So that can be a projection, right, that somebody else is saying, but we've taken it to heart. So what I'm going to do is clear out those kinds of challenges and energies right now. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right, great. And go ahead and take some breaths.
Awesome. That is amazing. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So again, in the chat box, feel free to share some of your responses to this. Yeah, don't be afraid to shine your light and know that your message is truly a gift. I think sometimes we hear that little intuitive voice inside of us and we wonder if we're being psychotic or not, kind of thing. Yeah.
Trust it. That's what led me to this work. It'll lead you to wherever you're supposed to be. So it's really important to trust it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So Deborah shares a little story here. I got ripped off $550 by a handyman thief, but then my friends paid the exact amount of $550, which it cost her to be flown to Calgary to see them and their little girls. What a serendipitous way of having the universe provide and recompensate for you, because actually money is energy, right? So the thief took the energy and you got it from somebody else. And sometimes we get hung up on dollars and cents, but actually it is all energy. And when you look at it that way, it has no good nor bad to it, right? So really, it works its way out. Amy's saying that this time she really felt it in the abdominal area. So there you go. That nurturance, that power center again. Claiming your rightfulness in being able to deserve to shine your light, Amy.
Yeah. That's that good enough place, right, in the gut.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this is wonderful, and so I know that people have just been receiving so much goodness tonight, Abby. It's absolutely serendipitous in its own right. And Julia Rohrer is, she's put in a link in here. I think that that link is one you would like us to promote as well, is the salesanxietybreakthrough.com.
So there's also a sales anxiety quiz that I have. And so if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur who struggles with sales and you don't know whether there are characteristics of money karma and sales anxiety kind of go hand in hand. And so there are two different quizzes to discern which one might be the challenge for you. So take them both. So, the Money Karma quiz, I think there's a link on the Money Karma quiz that automatically leads to the sales anxiety quiz, but I'm not positive. So thanks, Julia.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yes. Yeah, so there's so many good things that can come from this, targeting and making your breakthrough in your sales and your success in your business, because a lot of entrepreneurs really feel like they're stuck in this repetitive pattern. You can break it, you can kick it to the curb, and Abby is here this evening to help us just make those amazing breakthroughs. And thank you again, Source and Spirit, for bringing those particular issues to light. I know that a few of those are my own personal ones, so thank you. I feel very gifted tonight to share that experience of clearing those issues, and along with some of our wonderful friends and people who are here with us and in the future listening to the replay as well. So there is hope. There are miracles. Every day is a gift. And never say never to success, right, Abby?
Right. I mean, when these energies are cleared out, people repeatedly, they move forward and they can up their fees with ease, and some, double and triple their businesses. So this stuff really works in the real world, even though it seems a little, it's a little different, right? It's energy, but it really works.
Yeah, and amen to that. So, so when people work with you, Abby, you do more clearings with them. You do some deeper work with them as well, right?
Right. So I have some group programs, and I also work one-on-one with people, and it depends on what they need, right? So sometimes the group programs are perfect for what they need, and sometimes if somebody has a lot of trauma or they just want, individual attention, then we work one-on-one together.
Oh, wonderful. So there's many good ways to work with you, and whichever way people choose to do that, it's divinely perfect, and they are going to get the results that they're hoping to get. Because sometimes, people have a trepidation about, I hope this works for me. But really, when you get to the karmic, the cell level, the base emotional level, there's no ifs, it's only when, right?
Right. And it's important to keep at it. Whether you choose to contact me or not, keep at healing whatever it is that might be challenging you or keeping you from your goals, because some things do take a little bit longer. Some things are really fast. Some things do take longer, but keep at it, because there can be a number of layers. And when you get there, though, you will be amazed at how free you feel.
Awesome. Yeah. And that is truly the gift, is that freedom. Yeah. So Abby, yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think freedom is the most important thing, right? Money wins are great. New customers are great. All these things are great, but the freedom that we feel, I think that's like the be all and end all.
Yeah, exactly. So Abby, I want to tell you that our hour is almost up. And again, I want to thank all our viewers, our listeners, whether you listen to the podcast in the future or the video. The energy of this session is embedded in there. You are going to receive exactly what you want from spending time and going through this again and again, if you have the opportunity to do so. The gift to the universe is the time that we give to you right now, but it never ends. So Abby, I want to thank you for being on Ageless Blissings TV and being a fabulous representation of what potentials there are in the world today and sharing your gift and your light.
Brenda, thank you so much. It's really been a pleasure. So glad to connect with you and your listeners. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. So everyone, remember, be inspired and live empowered. And bye for now.